Hello guys, welcome back, and finally I bring to you the ABUS 83 video, and this is a video that I've been planning for a long time, but just haven't got around to recording it yet, so here we go. This is the ABUS 83/45, and today I'm going to be looking at its features and telling you why I like this lock so much. And this video would not have been possible without the help of kind Paul, who does have a YouTube channel and a UK Lock Sports account, and without him this would not have been possible, so thank you Paul. Please do check out Paul's channel. He's got really awesome videos on there of some pretty nice locks, including I think this lock. So this is the ABUS 83, and this is a lock that is fairly expensive actually. And I'm sure you will understand why when I show you its features. It works just like any other lock, and it's got a few subtle features that I like, such as ball bearing locking, and others of them are kind of hidden away in here, so I'll be showing you those a little bit later. And I might just adjust my lighting to make it a little bit less intense. But this is the most basic form, the brass body and the short nanoprotect shackle. You can also get different shackle materials, and a long shackle and a closed shackle. So that's my introduction. I'm actually going to cut the video here just so that I can sort out my video settings. Well, I have changed the lighting settings. I'm not actually convinced that it's made much of a difference, but anyway. To see the full magic of this padlock, we actually have to take the core out, which is a special feature in this lock. And to do that, we actually put our key in, open the shackle, and right here in the shackle hole we actually have a screw, which can be removed. And when we take that out, what will happen is a core will actually drop out too. I like to dump that screw out. And on the back of the core we have this little piece here. If I can get my camera to focus. Maybe. But anyway, we have this little piece here. It's called the Z bar, and we want to make sure that we don't lose that, because that's a really important piece. If it's not on the back of the core, then there's a possibility that it's stuck up in there. Just tap the lock body to get it out. So this is the core that I have. It's actually a kind of Yale style keyway, and the thing I like about these locks is that there are so many different cylinders that you can buy for these. There's all the fancy, American cylinders such as Slade and Quickset, and basically every keyway to every common keyway, which I think is pretty amazing. And this particular cylinder is actually a 5-pin cylinder, and to actually access the pins we have a restrictive pin here which is spring loaded. If we just depress that whilst turning the plug, we can actually see the pins there. But if we keep turning, this is ABUS's patented pinning window, which then allows you to easily dump out the pins and put your new key in and your new pins in to rekey the lock. Now you'll see here that this actually has a 6th pin in it, and you can see that it's actually darker than the rest, and that's because that's a pin that I added later on. This will come to you with only 5 pins in it, and if you're going to be incorporating this in a master keying system, then you probably will want to go for the full 6 pins. And please do not try to pin this up for 6 pins unless you know how to do it. If you don't, then please do send me an email before you touch this and before you try removing the core, because it can go terribly wrong, and I will be uploading a video to show you how to pin this up for 6 pins. There is actually a cylinder called the C6A cylinder, chamber 6 access, which has a flap on the 6th chamber where you can drop in your pins and your spring. But yes, so just don't pull out the core unless you know how to, because so many people have messed up and ruined a cylinder. But if you do, then it's not the end of the day, because like I said, you can actually buy replacement cylinders. And what's even cooler, in my opinion, is that if you're in America and you actually have a very common kind of knob set, it's actually called the key and knob cylinder. And these little cylinders here, this is actually a challenge lock, but these tiny little cylinders here have been adapted to fit inside the Abus 83. There is an adaptation kit sold by Abus, which includes some pieces to adapt this core and make it fit nicely inside an Abus 83. And I want to say, if you want to find out more about that, then please go and check out the LockPicking Patrolman's channel. I'll leave a link below. And he very kindly actually made a video for me to explain the key and knob system for these locks, and I think it's just amazing. So what I've been actually thinking of is getting one of those adaptation kits, and also getting a multi-lock key and knob cylinder, and having a multi-lock cylinder in one of these locks. I think that'd be pretty cool. Okay, well, I've decided to reshoot that bit because I was just waffling too much. But anyway, this little thing here does a huge amount of different things in this lock. And you saw it earlier seated on the back of the cylinder, that's where it goes. And if you place it on with the black dot facing upwards, this camera really doesn't want to focus today. And if you place the cylinder back into the lock, that then gives you a key retaining lock, which means that you cannot remove the key whilst the shackle is open. You have to close the shackle before the key can actually be removed. And to have a non-key retaining lock, we simply take this off and set it aside. And now we have a non-key retaining lock, meaning that we can remove the key when the shackle is open. But a really awesome feature about this little Z-bar that a lot of people don't actually know about is that this can be used to change the shackle. And the way we do that is by actually placing this Z-bar with the black dot facing down on the back of the core. If we can get it on there. If we insert the core back into the lock. And we must position the lock so that this black dot, this rather drainage hole, is actually pointing down. What we can then do is turn the key, and there will be spring tension, so we're going to have to hold that key where it is whilst pulling out the core, the shackle rather. And Pollock was kind enough to include a spare shackle. This is a long shackle, stainless shackle. So we just put the new shackle in, release tension on the key, that's it now installed, and we flip our Z-bar over, or we just take it right out. So we have now actually changed the shackle in this lock, and it's as easy as that. Now Abus do actually sell a service kit for these locks. I'm not sure how you can actually get it, where you can get it, and in that kit they actually sell a special tool to change the shackle, but you don't need it. You can just use this little Z-bar, which is really awesome. And there's the little Nano Protect shackle. So we're going to stick this back together. We're going to leave the Z-bar out to show you a non-key retaining lock. We have to put our screw back in here. There we go. We have a new shackle and a non-key retaining lock. So, you know, these are the reasons why I really love this lock. There are just so many different features, and just so much to play with. You really do get a lot with your with the money. This costs, by the way, around £30, and there isn't just this lock in the 83 series. You actually get a huge amount of options in the 83 series. You can get the Abus Extreme, which is currently being shown as my my profile picture. The Abus Extreme has a black plastic coating on it, which gives it weather resistance. There's the Abus Marine, which I believe may have a stainless shackle and again a plastic coating. And the Abus, I think the Abus Rock is part of the Abus 83 series, which is awesome. Abus Rock is a really high security lock. And I believe you can also get aluminium Abus 83s. I've never seen one. Well, that's not true, but I've never actually, had one, and I haven't seen them a lot. So there you go. There's plenty of option, and a huge amount of features hidden in these. I was about to say these little locks. They are not really little locks. Again, if we look back at the packaging, even though this is brass body, and I said in my padlock, or my review on, my tutorial rather, on choosing a decent padlock, that you should avoid brass bodies. Well, some brass body padlocks are okay. If they're as big as this one is, then they're probably going to be alright. But yeah, security level 8 on the Abus scale, so that's pretty cool. So I hope you agree with me now that this is a truly amazing lock. So many features in it, and worth every penny, I'd say. Just an amazing lock to have in my collection. And I want to say a huge thank you to Paul for sending this to me. Without him, like I was saying earlier, this would not be possible. And please do check out his channel as well as the LockPicking Patrolman's channel. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully I didn't bore you to death. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in my next video.